Greetings, travelers! So today's episode, we're going to cover a few more topics on quests and some of the more, I guess you could say, advanced types of quest setup. As you can see here in the quest book, between episodes, I kind of did some work. Remember I told you that the logo ping can replace the original image that shows up, which I've done here. I've even gone ahead and added music to the book just to show you. So, the music is just called lore.ogg, and it does have to be in the OGG format to work. So what I've done to kind of prep for this is I've thinned it down so there's only the two sections in the quest book. And in the first section, I've added a bunch of quests that we're going to do to set some stuff up. And there's nothing in the other one yet, except for the one that we have to keep it open. And I'll show you that real quick. Alright, so in the last episode, we kind of set up this quest, looked at some of the different options and locations and everything. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up some dependencies. So the most basic of them is quest requirements. When you click on that and click on a quest, it turns green. You click on the quest that this one will require to be completed before it opens. Click it again, no longer is active. We'll do the same thing for this one because we have a plan. Now, one of the things you can do with quests, and you notice here I have these on the side. So we're going to go ahead and link all these. They don't have any text or quest data yet. So right now the way it works is once this one's completed, then these two are active. And then you can go both lines. But we want to be a little bit fancier for that. Maybe we want to set up that if they take one quest line per quest line, they can't do the other one. So the way you set that up is quest option. So if you click on that quest and another one, that puts the blue line. Now that one they don't see, but what that does is when they complete either or, the other line is completely gone. They can't do it. So for example, we'll go here and we need some cobblestone. We need to be at the location, and we need some dirt. So let's get some dirt, some cobble, a QDS. So the dirt, cobble, and we're going to do quest delivery system. So let's open this up, and we're going to select this task. We're going to place the QDS and right-click it on the book. So now we go back into the quest book. We're going to manual submit. We've got the location now. Now we're going to need a hopper. And we needed 10 cobble. Once all 10's in there, bam, it's done. We'll collect our reward. Couple of things, sorry about that, folks. Alright, so let's set some options up on these quests real quick so that we can actually show that link work properly. So we're just going to really quick do some consume tasks, and this one, just to keep it simple, we're going to go with what we already have in our inventory. Here. And let's just delete this real quick and we'll do it over. Just remember that there. So add another quest. We'll go here. Put that back to the icon. Let's go back in the quest. We'll add the consume task. Then we'll go back and we'll relink. Now what this is this going to be a lesson on making sure you do them in the proper order, because otherwise testing will kind of go poorly. So alright, now the way this is set, you can do either of these two quests. Whichever one you do first, the other ones become inactive and invisible. So let's say, for example, we want to do this one. Now this entire line is dead. Can't do it. Can't go through it. Now as the editor, you can go in and take a look at the quest and everything, but this then stops the rest of the quest line. So real quick, we're going to go in and we're just going to add consume tasks again for all these, just to make it easy on ourselves. And always remember to press the cursor, otherwise you see what happens. Okay, so now we have these quests here. They're not completed, honestly, but for the sake of it. Now what we want to do is, alright, say you want to have some different quests. Now right now we have quest tutorial, or tutorial quest number 2. So for this, we're going to create one more. We're going to call it open, create a quest just to keep this one open. Now, here's the thing. So we have two different quests here, or two different quest options on top of it. Now keep in mind, notice that once you complete a quest line, even the ones that are invisible, even though they didn't get completed, they're considered complete for that section. So we're going to go in here, and now we're going to want to create a different set of quest lines based on which side they go. So for 2, what we're going to do is target set, click on that, that'll turn blue, go back into here, and now here, change set. We'll move that quest into here. Now you can remove it wherever you want. So what that does now is, so the way you would play it in this case is if they go through this line, back up, then completing this then opens up this quest line, because it would stay invisible until the quest is active. Typically, we've got the one in there as a placeholder, but once this is active, this section opens up and can open up a whole new quest line. So with that same thing, we can go here, target set, change that, go back to tutorials, change that again, go here. So now we have, and I usually go back and just deactivate it just in case. So now if we go to 3, our quest is here, and then you can have a whole quest line. So the example this would be good for is, let's say you want to have players make a decision on, if you're going with an actual like quest RPG style, good or evil. They choose the good side, they never see the other quest line, they will open up this one, and then you can have all your quests related to being, say, good here or evil, whichever your choice is, and then that way that keeps them on that path versus having both of them open. Or if you're doing, say, a tutorial style, players choose to go through, say, Ars Magica for magic. You could have one of the quests in the beginning open up the Ars Magica quest line by doing that, but leaving it closed till they get there. So you can kind of pseudo-gate how players can progress through your mod pack or your quest books. Some of the other options you may want to consider is you can do required parents. So if you click on, say, this one, it's going to say by default all quests that you have it linked to have to be completed before it gets open. But let's say you have something where you want them to be able to do half of them and it opens up. You can put however many you want, 1, 2, 3. If you have 8 quests that are part of it, you can change it to 3, you can change it to 5. It's all up to you. So those are your two options for gating individual quests. So like right here we have just one parent. Let's say we had a bunch of different quests and all of them were pointed to this one. So we didn't want them to necessarily have to do every single quest. We can say as soon as they've completed, say, 3 of the 4 or 3 of the 8 or 5 of the 6, however you want to do it, then it'll open anyway. Trigger quests, if you click on that, it's just a normal quest. Trigger quest is an invisible quest until they've at least completed the first step. So in other words, maybe you want to have it as a conditional. So if the player does accidentally, well, you could do it as an accidental, where they have a certain item in their inventory, it detects, and then suddenly now that quest is open. Or they don't know that there's a quest until they've completed another one, and getting the item from that quest opens this. Or you could even say the quest reward bags. One of the reward bags gives them something that if they get that reward bag, now they get to trigger another set of quests. The options go on and on and on. Location quests. If you want players to go to a certain area and they happen to go there, whether by map design or something else, then it triggers that quest, opens up a whole new quest. Like they found this cave, and because they found this cave, now there's a whole lot of quests now that they can do while they're in that cave. It's a lot of possibilities. You can also set it up so that more than just the first task. So you could set up, say, several different tasks. As soon as they finish the first 2, then it opens up. It's up to you how you want to do that. The other one is the reverse trigger. So as it says here, you can make a secret quest line appear all of a sudden when a known quest is completed. So it stays invisible until some other quest is completed. So those are some of those options. Repeatability. So again, the example is in a pack that I made. I have some quests that they can repeat every so often. It's usually done in Minecraft days. So, not repeatable, instant repeat. So as soon as they complete it, they can complete it again, over and over again. Interval, and this is in Minecraft days and hours. So you would set, let's say you wanted them to wait an hour. So a Minecraft day is 20 minutes, so you would put 3 days, that's an hour, and then the quests can be recompleted. For things like, I did it so that they could get a certain set of bees after they submit some items. Also, I did oreberry bushes because of Tinker's Construct, so they could go and give certain items and get the berry bush, but they're repeatable only about, I think I've got it set for every real hour of 3 Minecraft days. You can also have it cool down so that once they've completed it, now a certain amount of time goes by, they can complete it again. A little bit different than the interval repeat, because this one is only reset if it's completed. This one will continue to do it even after they complete it. So if they don't complete it and since they're flashing, there's still a cooldown. So theoretically, if they time it right, they could do it twice in a couple of minutes, but they'd still have to wait for the next cooldown. Or back to the regular standard, which is not repeatable. Now size. It's more of a cosmetic thing. So if you notice here, this one's bigger than the other ones. Kind of sets it apart, highlights it, says this is the main quest in a chain. You could use it for other reasons, but it's just more of a cosmetic to kind of bring attention to a specific quest. So I think for now, we've covered the linking of the quests and opening up quests, other quests in the book through completion. The next episode, we will go and cover the topic of reward bags. Because obviously, you've got the book, you can give regular rewards, but you can also give randomized rewards. And we'll cover that in the next episode. So for now, thank you all for coming by and have a great day.